Hear that glitch? It's time to thwip. What's up, Thwipper Snappers? I'm AJ, and welcome back to another Thwip Side review. And tonight, I'm taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman figure from the Flash movie, namely Ben Affleck Batman and Michael Keaton Batman. Both figures are standing on the tried and true disc bases that we get with the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line. And of course, we get the trading cards. Here's the Batfleck trading card with his bio. And the Keaton trading card with his bio. Each comes with a set of interchangeable fists. There's Batfleck's. There's Keaton's. But Keaton also comes with a batarang and the grapple gun, which are very thin, especially the grapple gun. Starting off by checking out Keaton Batman first, I want to mention real quick that I have already reviewed the Target exclusive gold label unmasked Keaton Batman, so if you want to check that out, it's up on the channel. And of course, this is the mask version, and we'll get a good look at him up close. Unfortunately, he does have some of that side-eye going on. Not too terrible, but it is there, which is a bummer. As far as his likeness to Keaton, I think he's okay. The mouth is definitely Keaton-esque, but it could have been better in my opinion. But what saves the figure is the actual mask. Like, these angles definitely looks like Keaton Batman. And of course you got that coming down. You have the cowl all the way down to his shoulders. And down to the Batman Returns like Batman symbol on the chest with the yellow. And then you have all of his armor bits and details, all in black, of course. I wish the utility belt was yellow and gold, but I haven't noticed in the trailers. I should have taken a closer look. Maybe that's just the color of the belt in the movie. I hope so, so the figure is accurate. But really cool sculpt, really cool Batman outfit. Going down to the legs, which I didn't notice at first with the unmasked version, is that his boots have some paint apps going on to make them kind of a little grimy or worn. I don't know. It's like a bronzish color. But it does bring out the details of the sculpt. I am glad that the whole body isn't in that color, but that's pretty cool. Here's his gauntlets, you know, the spikes. Oops. There we go, the spikes. And of course you got the cloth cape, which is really nice, and goes out quite far. Checking out articulation, this head of course swivels, get a little bit of tilt, can look up nicely, look down quite a bit, which is funny because the Keaton Batman suit was notorious for not having much movement at all. So that's funny. Of course his arms swivel around, you got the socket. His arms, unfortunately, on mine at least, don't go up past there. This armor plating crashes into the inner part of the shoulder. I'll try this side. Yeah, it's the same. I did try to force it before and it popped off. So you get that, at least on my copy. Of course, you get the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and of course the wrist swivel and hinge articulation, up and down. And then you get, so everything's so black, I'm trying to get to make it so you guys can see. You get the cut at the torso. There's a nice range of twists, tilt, and of course you get the waist, same thing. Some swivel there, some more tilt. He can look back quite a bit, and he can go forward quite a bit for this suit too, so that's pretty good. So nice articulation there. Let's check the hip. Unfortunately, not much at all. He does do the splits that much. Double jointed knees. And of course, ankles forward, really far back. You get rocker, and let's get that toe up in toe. Taking a look at Batfleck here. I'm sorry, I just can't help myself. Although the first thing I'll say is that that head sculpt and the head portrait doesn't look very much like Ben Affleck's Batman at all. I will say, and this is an excuse, I still think it's a cool Batman head portrait. It's just unfortunately it doesn't look anything like the source material while still being cool. Does he have the side eye? It is very hard to tell. Maybe I don't know if he's got, his eyes are so squinted that I can't tell. But yeah, I do like the color of it, the grayish, playing off to the darker, like, it's almost more gray on this guy than black, like darker grays and lighter grays, and almost brown maybe in some places. It's very hard to tell, my eyes suck. But it is a nice sculpt, all the armor details, you got the sculpted in bat symbol, and more armor sculpt and details here, going down to the suit. I like the subdued brown of his utility belt. And of course more armor down the arms. Of course you get the bat spikes. Moving down here, you get more armor plating on the legs, on the knees, covering the shins and the boot. So really cool. And of course you also get a cape that's really nice, just like the Keaton Batman. For articulation, his head of course swivels. We got some really nice tilt. Let's see, looking up, looks up really nice. Looks down to the almost, well, pretty much buries his chin. Arm swivels, let's see what he, oh, see, so his arm, the armor plating does not prevent his arm from going all the way up. The plate, this piece actually goes into the socket. And then you get the bicep swivel. Sometimes I swear I can't speak. Double jointed elbows. Get that wrist articulation. Torso cut here. Very tight. You get a little tilt out of it. Let's see, waist. Oh, it fooled me. The waist articulation is actually kind of just in between. It's not up here on the top of the belt where I thought it'd be. It's more like under the belt. Yeah, see? So right there. So nice. And it moves really nicely. He can arc back that much. Let's see. Crunch. Not as much as the Keaton Batman, which is still funny to me that he is so articulated because of the source material. But his leg does go out that far. It kicks up that far. The diaper tries to fight it, but you can force it its way. And what I love about him is he actually has a thigh cut. It's very tight, but he has one, and I think that's awesome. And from what I understand is that that's due to the fact that he's meant to be the main rider on the Bat Bike from the Flash movie that McFarlane also has come out with this wave. I don't have it yet, and that will allow him to more easily sit on the bike. But I wouldn't mind seeing this in the future for all McFarlane figures, or a better hip swivel. And he's got the double jointed knees. Oh, everything's really tight in this guy. His ankle does go back like that. Oh, he's got some weird rocker problems or something going on, but his ankle goes forward. It does rock a little, not as much as Keaton. And toe articulation. So bottom line for me is that I really like these two Batman action figures. Although not perfect, I think they're really cool. They have some really nice articulation. And let's face it, it's awesome to get a Keaton Batman. Even though I had the unmasked version, it's awesome to have a Keaton masked version Batman. Gripes would be, of course, starting with the Batfleck. It doesn't look like Batfleck. It'd be nice if he did, but it's still a really nice Batman figure. And it's just a shame he doesn't look more like the source material. He's supposed to look like Ben Affleck. But really good figure nonetheless, I think, in my opinion. Gripe I have for the Keaton Batman is, of course, the dreaded side eye. It's not too terrible, but I thought that was a thing of the past. We weren't getting a lot of side eye, and it seems to be more prevalent, which is a shame. And with those small gripes aside, I still like these two better than the Christian Bale Batman. but that's not because I think that Batman is a bad figure. I actually think he's quite cool. I have him. The thing about him that I'm really annoyed with is he has a QC issue where his bicep swivels are so stuck, I can't free them. I've tried heating them up to twist them. I've tried heating them up to pop them off. I can't get those things to budge. So I've got sour grapes with him because my only option really, if I want him in my collection the way I want him, is to go out and get another one, which sucks because that could have been money spent for another figure. But enough of that. Two really awesome figures. Gonna wrap up the video. Let me know your thoughts on these guys in the comment section. And while you're at it, if you enjoyed the review, please click the subscribe button, the like button, and thwip that notification bell. And I will catch you guys real soon back here on the thwip side. Later.